All right, welcome to this week's episode of Blockchain World, where we dive deep into the pulse of cryptocurrency markets and the dynamic world of blockchain technology. I'm your host, and today we are tackling one of the most pressing questions on the minds of traders, investors, and enthusiasts. The question is the 2025 crypto bull run over? Is the 2025 crypto bull run over? Now, after a strong start to the year that saw many cryptocurrencies rallying with increased institutional interest, rising prices, and heightened market activity, uncertainty now hangs around the future trajectory. Now, the question is, will the momentum continue into the end of this year and beyond, or are we witnessing the peak of this cycle with a bear market looming? Joining me today are two experts who bring rich insight and diverse perspectives. Mr. Moses Obaje, aka AI Prof, an instructor at Digital Assets Management Academy with extensive knowledge in artificial intelligence intersecting with blockchain. Mr. Obaje, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu, and good morning to our listeners. It's another opportunity to be on the space this morning. Thank you.
All right. And second, Mrs. Chifra Poloma, Digital Bama, also a Dama instructor. She brings deep expertise in digital innovation and market trends. Mrs. Chifra Poloma, good to see you again.
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be here this morning. Thank you.
All right, this program is hosted with Ibrahim. Ibrahim, you are welcome to Blockchain World.
Thank you for having me once again, Mr. Tochukwu.
Okay. I explore the realities of the current crypto landscape. I will be delving into the situation straightforward. Mr. Obaje, how would you summarize the current status of the 2025 crypto bull run based on market data and trends?
All right. Once again, good morning, Mr. Tochukwu. Good morning, Mr. Ibrahim, and to all our listeners. Maybe before we dive into your question, I think we just need to understand, because somebody will say bull and run. Which bull is running? You understand? Which bull is running?
Yeah.
Is it the Bahama bulls? Is it the Nigerian Fulani bull? You understand? So we need to get that understanding when we talk about bull run. And I just want our listeners to understand that when they hear bull run we're talking about the blockchain world. It has to do with the cryptocurrency space. It has to do with digital assets, all right, when they talk about bull run. And so maybe I'll just give a very brief or a very short definition of what is bull run. Now, in the digital asset space or in the cryptocurrency market, a bull run means an upward trend, all right, an upward movement, or a prolonged rising in the prices of cryptocurrencies. A prolonged or a consistent rise over a period of time in the prices of cryptocurrencies. And the essence or why this name bull market is being used is the speed and the momentum at which this rise in price comes into play. You might see an asset that is worth about, let me use Bitcoin as a case study. All right. You might see the price of Bitcoin. I think today it's rallying between $103,000 and $105,000. Rise within a short period of time, maybe in an interval of 1 or 2 months, to about 150, 170, or even $200,000 or thereabout. All right. So within a prolonged period of time, you see the prices rising, and it is termed bull run. It is termed bull run. And this happens because investors massively buy assets at this point in time, which with the thought of future increase in the prices of those assets or those currencies they buy. And this is fueled by market sentiments. So also, let me speak more on the key features of the bull market. So I want us to have a very clear understanding, so that when we begin to discuss, people will understand where we are heading to. Right now, the key features of a bull run or a bull market includes increased liquidity. That is, more liquidity coming into the market. And this is caused by strong interest in new projects. Like, if you will not forget, we've said it severally that we have over 20 million different types of digital assets or cryptocurrencies in the markets. All right. So when there is a strong interest in new projects that are being developed and sent into the market space, it brings about a bullish market. And also the active implementation of cryptocurrency strategies. If we look at the terrain from the onset of or the origin of Bitcoin, there was no specific use case that was attached to Bitcoin. But today, crypto assets are coming into the market space with some that has what we call real world applications that affect mankind directly or indirectly, which in another time they come with their own use case. All right. So technological advancements such as the integration of blockchain into various areas of the economy contributes to the further development of the industry, and this boosts the capitalization of cryptocurrency projects and causes the bull to run. All right. And additionally, large companies and institutional investors show greater interest in venture capital investments, leading to an additional capital inflow into the market. So once there is massive inflow of capital into the market, we call it the bull market, or we call it a bullish trend. So can you please revise that your question again, so that I can be able to respond to it, because I think I've lost track of your question, Mr. Tochukwu. Thank you very much. I just want to give us this highlight so that people will really understand the type of bull we are talking about and why it happens.
Thank you very much. It was important that you hinted first on the concept of bullish market or bull run, so that people who are new in this investment will understand what it means. So thank you very much for that explanation. Now, what I asked earlier was, how would you
I think we lost Mr. Tochukwu. I'm not hearing him any longer.
You didn't hear him either.
because I could not specifically remember his line of question with regards to.
There was a breakage, so I didn't get that as well. And
Okay.
he's not on the call again. I think network has thrown him out or something.
So let's give him some few
seconds
minutes to see whether he returns.
Ibrahim, we lost touch. We didn't get to the line of
network. Is the network from our end that is bad. Mr. So based on your market reading, what indicators are you seeing that either confirm or contradict that fear? Basically, that's what he asked.
Okay, the fear of whether the bull run has come to an end?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ibrahim, that's a very dicey question. In fact, when I saw that topic, I said, wow, this is a very dicey one this time around. Because in as much that, yes, you can predict market, but the crypto market is a volatile market. Now, remember I talked about the increase in price over a prolonged period of time. Now, this is not just for Bitcoin alone. However, Bitcoin is the foundational cryptocurrency of every other cryptocurrency in the world. So whatever affects Bitcoin affects other cryptocurrencies or affects the altcoins. We call them altcoins. So based on recent trends and based on market analysis, a lot of things are really happening in the market. You understand? And I want us to understand that the duration of a bull run depends on certain factors, just like we know about Bitcoin halving, interest from institutional investors, and the microeconomic situation of the global space. Now, historically, if we look at history, bull runs in the cryptocurrency markets have coincided with a surge in demand and increased liquidity. So for you to see the market being bullish, there must be demand. All right. And in as much as there is demand, let there be a surge also in the liquidity that is coming in based on demand. All right. So cryptocurrency prices largely depend on macroeconomic, like I said, macroeconomic conditions, including low interest rates and US regulation. Now, you see, when you are into a business, and what will be your expectation is for you to make good interest, right? Now, when the other side of business, or let me more talk about the macroeconomy, the interest rate is very low. Let's assume, let me just give you a simple example. You buy a product for for 1,000 naira, and maybe you are looking at an interest of, let's say, 50 naira, and that because of the cut in interest rates, instead of you getting 50 naira, you are getting 10 naira. There's a cut in the interest rate of that your investment. And then you hear of an asset, despite that of its volatility, that if you put in that your 1,000 naira, there is that tendency, okay, that when the market becomes bullish, that your 1,000, all right, can become 10,000, rather than the 100 naira that you are expecting, all right, that is not coming forth because of the rate cut, interest rate cut. Now there is a volatile market that your 1,000 naira can give you a 10,000, can give you 100,000. Mr. Ibrahim, if it is you, what will happen? Will you still keep your money where you will be expecting an interest that has been cut, or you will try as much as possible to take that risk of going into the volatile market that can give you maybe 10x or 100x of your investment? What will you do?
Go into the market and take the risk.
You definitely want to take that risk. You understand? So, in as much as the macroeconomy is much more stabilized, there is that tendency that there will be a shakeup, all right, with regards to interest cuts over time. And I bet you there will be that shift from the macroeconomy to the volatile market, which is the cryptocurrency market, so as people to get more returns on investment, having taken higher risk. So that being said, let me come back now. Technical indicators such as trading volumes, such as moving averages, such as oscillators and market volatility help pinpoint potential trend reversals. Now, let me bring you back to some certain realities. Remember, in 2024, one of the key factors that brings about the bullish market is the Bitcoin halving, whereby the miners of Bitcoin, whatever the return on mining is being divided into two. I think now what they are going to be getting per mining block is, I think, 3.125 Bitcoin. Formerly, I think it was 6.25. That was what they get in the last 4 years. But from 2024, the Bitcoin halving took place in April, I think precisely April 20th, and what they are getting now has been halved. Now, with that, it shows signs of the bullish market. And Mr. Ibrahim, from that April till this moment that we are, there is an upward movement, which signifies by some investigations that the bullish market started after halving, because the market moved from about $65,000 to an all-time high that we experienced, I think, last month, to about $126,000. Now, it retraced to less than $100,000, and now it's between $100,000 and $105,000. So there are diverse arguments with regards to the 2025 bull run. Now, let me give you some of these arguments. Some analysis or some analysts believe that there is still upside for Bitcoin. Despite the fact that there was a retracement, it got to an all-time high of over $126,000. There was a retracement over to less than $100,000. But one study says there is a 55% chance that the top for this cycle is not yet in. That is to say, there's 55% chance that the all-time high of Bitcoin of $126,000 is not the peak of this bull run. That is some analysts. Okay, but however, the institutional tailwinds, all right, remain. The adoption of Bitcoin, which is the foundation, Ether, all right, and more institutional money flowing into crypto, and with regulatory clarity improving. Remember, the government of nations are keen into blockchain, are keen into cryptocurrencies, and more regulations are coming in that is making it much more clear. People love to see clarity before coming into the space. So with all these regulatory regulations that are coming in to see how the market can be streamlined, which I know it's not possible, all right, but it will give people that confidence that yes, the government is in, and also people will come in. That's an argument. And some also, analysts say that the bull run could still be in a consolidation or accumulation phase, because with the rise in market capitalization of the cryptocurrency markets, there are renewed narratives in the crypto space. We have decentralized finance, we have artificial intelligence plus crypto, we have the layer 2 blockchains coming into space. This suggests that the story with regards to the 2025 bull run isn't done yet. And some other analysts say that the bull run may be over, or at least it is pausing. It is doing, well, how do I put it? Let me say, mark time. When people are marching, they say mark time and they remain in one place. So some charts and technical analysis suggest that the peak for BTC might already be behind us, which is $126,000. All right? And in one of the charts, this same question was asked. In crypto news, this same question was asked: is the bull run over? Because as at the moment, the crypto market has shown signs of weakness. Okay. Now, for example, in recent times, one of the recent news says the global crypto market has erased nearly all 2025 gains after an early October high. We got to the peak in October, early October, to over $126,000. Now, it is saying that all these market gains has been erased between October and now, because people, because of skepticism, all right, fear of uncertainty, a lot of liquidity has been taken out of the market. So there is a little weakness in the market, but it is normal. To me, it is normal. Now, we have macro risks and speculative excesses may be building. Just like I talked, people are speculative. For example, there is that warning that tremendous speculation is present in high-risk assets. You might lose all, and you might gain beyond your widest imagination. And this has to do with crypto, because crypto is also a high-risk asset. So it might cause a drawback. But I want to tell you that, based on my own assumption, the main event of the bull run may have passed and may not have passed. But the cycle is not yet fully over. In other words, we may be entering a weaker phase, or we are already in the weaker phase of the rally, for a phase, for a pause or for consolidation, rather than a full reversal to bearish markets. I don't think the market has gotten to the level that we will say it is reversing and the bearish market is taking place, because you can see it got to less than the $100,000 market cap, and it is now moving towards the upward trend, of which it might lead to the peak, which was $126,000, being surpassed. All right. So I will want to say we need to keep an eye on micro conditions, interest rate cuts, all right, most especially the dollar strength and weakness. We need to look at the regulatory developments, because crypto is still sensitive to all these matters. So let us not just be over speculative about the market, but look at what is happening in the market space. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
Thank you very much, AI Prof. Very insightful. Now, Digital Mama, beyond the matrix, I believe sentiment plays a key role in crypto. How do you rate the current mood of the market? Are investors fearful, greedy, or simply confused?
Thank you, Chochukwu. I think investors' mindset at the moment, based on analysis as well, the crypto fear and greed index is currently around hovering between 23, 26%. So this indicates that there's caution. You know, everybody is cautious about the scenario in the bull run. So I think as far as I'm concerned, when you look at the fear and greed index, the way it's hovering is very low. It's very, very low. So it indicates that every investor is being cautious. In as much as I would say, like Prof earlier said, the issue of the bull run, it depends on which bull you're holding, which bull you want to run. You are pushing to run. Because in as much as yes, there are cryptocurrencies that thrive despite market sentiments. For example, Bitcoin. It has a strong potential to maintain its value and continue growing, driven by the institutional adoptions like Prof earlier said, and then the limited supply of Bitcoin in the market at the moment. And then when you look at the Solana, it's because of the fast transaction speed that it has and the low speed, it makes it a popular choice for developers. And as if you heard Prof rightly saying, every day, a chunk of new assets, you know, are being developed and thrown into the market. And so the issue of bull run being over and the sentiments as well, it is determined by what is in the market and what your own bull that you want to run is. And when you look at Ethereum aspect also, Ethereum has a strong developers community, and there are upcoming upgrades that drive the role of DeFi and NFTs, non-fungible tokens on the market. And then if you look at Telegram has a token, Ton coin. It is integrated into the Telegram. It has large user base. Why? Because if you remember in a few years back, the issue of tapping that came in, most tappings were done on the Telegram. And so there are a lot of projects that are now on the Telegram. And when you come to look at the issue of the new technology, artificial intelligence, like Prof said, we have a token like Body Scan AI that combines artificial intelligence that will scan the human body with blockchain technology, which is a revolution in the health and wellness sector. So when you put these things together, it is what determines what bull will run. You understand? It is not just, the sentiments are there. And these are part of the sentiments that drive any token per time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Digital Mama. This is an excellent perspective. Now, AI Prof, when we talk about the end of bull, it is easy to focus on the short term. But from a long-term investor standpoint,
I did not get your last line. I did not get your last line of thoughts.
All right, the network. I say from a long-term investor standpoint, what should people really be paying attention to right now?
All right. You see, let me make it clear. Digital Mama just opened our eyes to something with regards which bull is going to run for you. Now, I love trying to see how I can break it down to a layman's understanding. Now, Mr. Ibrahim, get a bull that is, let's assume that bull is 1,500 kg by weight, okay? And by height is over 5 meters. That's a very huge bull, a huge bull. And then you get a young bull that is, assuming 300 kg, 300 kg, all right? And at a height of, let's assume, 3.5 meters. Now you put these two bulls on a race, 1,500 kg, 5 meters high, and okay, 500 kg, 3.5 meters high, and you put them to a race. May I ask? I want you to respond to which bull will outrun the other?
I believe the second bull, due to the fact that he has, should I say, the weight is not big. Based on common sense, we can say if someone is fatter than you and people like me that are slimmer, we can run faster and stuff like that. So based on that assumption, the second will outrun the first bull. All right.
But at the same time, thank you for that response. The second one will outrun the first one. Why? Because the first one is huge, too big. Yes, it has gathered enough fat. You understand? Some of the muscles are already getting so elastic that it cannot be stretched to the maximum. What about you get a bull now that is the height is 5 meters and the weight is just 100 kg. And 100 kg, 5 meters high, and this one is 300 kg, 5 meters high. Remember, this one that is 500 kg, that means it has eaten, it's still maintaining its height, but this one that is 100 kg, that means it is hungry. Are we together? Even if you set food for the two of them, they say, okay, go and eat this food.
Yeah.
Do you think that one that is just 100 kg, that is 5 meters high, will still outrun that other one?
No.
It won't. So now, with regards to investor sentiments, I bet you it is dependent on the bull that you want it to run for you. Because let me now use the big bull as a reference point to Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is the foundation, no doubt about it. No matter how the market goes so volatile, Bitcoin will still maintain its ground, and it will maintain its ground forever. But which other bull can you use to outrun Bitcoin? Yes, that's the question. So investors now are looking towards crypto projects that will, over a long term, build generational wealth. Now, let me break it down. Let's assume you put in $1,000 in Bitcoin, and then you are looking for additional $1,000 from Bitcoin. I've done this analysis before, but I'll still repeat it. Now, Bitcoin, based on the price today at let's assume it is at $105, must grow to $210 per one before you can make 2x based on market capitalization. But if you come back to bulls that are being fed, given enough water, given enough nutrients, just like the body scan, this time Mama mentioned it. Now, this bull has been from the point of birth is just 10 months. It's just 10 months. When we say that that bull has fully grown to maturity, it is still growing. So by the time it will grow to that capacity to run the race as a bull, do you expect it to run at the same pace with Bitcoin? The answer is no. Because at this point in time, the market capitalization is still low compared to Bitcoin. By the time it is just less than $500,000 market cap. So by the time it gets to 1 million, it has done over 5x. By the time it gets to 3 million, it has done 10x. Let's assume you put in $1,000. By the time it gets to 3 million from now, it becomes $10,000. You understand? By the time it does 100x, all right, getting to $3 billion market cap, no, sorry, $30 million market cap, that your 1,000 becomes $100,000. But for Bitcoin to do 10x, it must grow from $103,000 to oh, I wish people will understand this narrative. So for long-term investors, I bet you, yes, there are large companies, the government of nations are keen into Bitcoin because they know, okay, this token or this coin is stabilized, it is accepted globally, it is the foundation. But for you, who is coming in as an investor to make money, because all these top companies, industries, government are coming in as a store of value, Bitcoin to be a store of value, you understand? But you that is going in as a businessman, as an investor, you are looking for further gains, even though the government is looking towards that dimension, but it's not looking at the way you are looking at. You might be looking for maybe in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years. The government might be looking at in the next 50 years or in the next 100 years. So with long term, all you need to focus on is on a bull that is being fed at the moment to gather momentum so that the muscles can grow to that level, all right, without much fat, that it can run fast. Even as people are anticipating the bull run, when the bull run comes, it will outrun. But let me make this clear. Such bulls do not wait for the bull run. Such bulls that are being fed at the moment, all right, so as to build their muscle, all right, to build momentum, they don't wait for bull run. Once they are fed properly to the time for them to run, they will definitely run. Look at a young calf. After sucking the mother's breast, it begins to hop, jump, because it has gathered energy. Not to talk of when it has eaten and has eaten good food. It doesn't wait for bull run. At any point in time, that bull will run. Let's look at the case scenario. Body scan moved to over $2.89 million last month. Is it that we saw the bull run progressing? No, the market was fluctuating. It was even going down, and body scan AI was moving upwards. Why? Because it is being fed, and because it is getting more nutrients, it is hopping. It is not running, it is just hopping. When it will begin to run, it will shock a lot of people. So there are assets like that. When we look at body scan AI, we look at EMF1, we look at internet token, we look at EAI. These are upcoming projects that I bet you, with or without the bull run, because they have a community that is feeding this bull, they will definitely run. So for long term, people should look at projects that have a community, that have a very good use case, all right, that the market capitalization is still low, and follow them for long-term investments. And sure, they will eat of the fruit of their labor, but do not be greedy. You talked about the greed sentiment. Do not be greedy. Be patient as you feed the bull. It doesn't just take 10 months for a bull to become mature. Thank you very much.
Yes, I agree with you that, of course, everything that has an advantage also has a disadvantage. I remember you told us in one of these programs in the past that this is a period that new investors can really invest what they have because the market is going down gradually. The last time I checked mine, I slipped away almost what I had, over almost 100% of what I had, 2 months ago is gone. So, but now, so that I will reap the harvest in due time. But what I want to ask is, this bull run, does it have, a given period of time for, all cryptocurrencies?
All right. With regards to time, by antecedents of the previous years, from the birth of Bitcoin up till now, every 4 years, there is that tendency for the bull to run. The market becomes bullish due to Bitcoin halving. But now the narrative has changed. Remember, then there are a few number of crypto assets. But now we have over 20 million different types of crypto assets. So yes, the bull will run, but which bull will run is another question. Just like I just gave a narrative of how you can look for a bull that will run. Now also, with regards to time, nobody can come out and tell you, okay, this bull run will run for the next 3 months and then it will stop. Remember, I said last October, the early October, the peak was $126,000. As of today, it is $103,000 to $105,000. Now, for somebody who bought Bitcoin when it was, let's assume when it was, let's even put it at all-time low after the last all-time high at $65,000. All right, and he bought Bitcoin then one at $60,000, and it rose to $126,000. The bull has run for that person. I don't know whether you understand. The bull has run for that person.
No.
If he was able to take profit when it got 126, he has made good money. Even as at this point in time that there was a retracement that we have $103,000 per Bitcoin, that person is still in profit. That means the bull is still running for that person because he's not running at a loss, but he was patient. So tagging a specific time for the bull to run, if you look at the movement from 100 to 126, it was just like, it wasn't up to 2 weeks. It wasn't up to 2 weeks. That movement wasn't up to 2 weeks, and before it began to increase. So it is dependent on the market dynamics. I said the microeconomy is there. The institutional adoption is also there. All right. The investor sentiment is also there. All these things contribute to making the market bullish or bearish. As more liquidity is being pumped into the market and the liquidity keeps pumping into the market for a longer period of time, the bullish market will remain for a longer period of time. But when liquidity is taken out of the market and is taken consistently for a longer period of time, the market becomes bearish. So it is dependent on the market factors. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Obaje. Let us look at the psychological impact that the current situation, can inspire, what do you think, people who are not so hopeful, what they might think, they might be losing hope now currently because Mrs. Shifra Poloma, help us with this, because this really can have a psychological damage on those who have invested, especially those who have invested a huge amount of money in this, whether body scan AI or whatever. So how the investment is not a waste.
Yeah, thank you, Tochukwu. You see
they can
me
still
like
reap, the fruits of their harvest in due time.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Tochukwu.
Yeah.
You see me laughing. If you remember, all through the series of our teachings, presentations, we've made this it clear to people coming into the market. We always say, don't invest your child's school fees, your immediate feeding money, and the likes, you understand? This is all geared towards adventure. There's a delayed value in the assets that you have invested. You would have that comfort that after all, you don't need that money immediately. It's for long term. And like we always say, we are not your financial advisor, but we just recommend. And if you will care enough about your investment, all that is needed is for you to keep abreast with, to care more, to learn. And then other than just learning, care to be part of the community that is driving that asset that you have. Be in that community, get information part-time. It will give you that confidence that whatever it is that you have invested, it's definitely going to increase in value. And that is why, bottom line, like I said earlier, don't invest funds you need immediately. Whatever you are investing, you should look at it as a long-term investment. In as much as, yes, sometimes you will get, like some weeks back, body scan AI, for example, got to 2.89 million market cap. For some, they were able to take profit. For somebody like me, I didn't. Why? Because what I invested, I'm not looking at now. I do not need that funds now. That is why even when it rose to 2.89 million market cap, I just looked at it. Now that it has even dropped, that should make me to be worrisome. I'm not worried. Why? Because I'm looking at the next 3, 4, 5 years to see my investment in either body scan AI, EAI, EMF1, or internet coin to continue to rise. So my advice is for people that are new in this system is to exercise patience. Why? Because these assets that we are driving, especially in Dama Academy, has good prospects because it has good narrative. Anything that has to do with healthcare, I think it bothers about my health, your health, and it is an issue worldwide. So you looking at that narrative, you know that even as it is now, the app is not yet fully developed. It is in development. So imagine when the app comes into development, how the entire world will be running helter-skelter to get that app to utilize for themselves. So I think bottom line to any investor at all, that especially the new ones, my advice is that just keep being strong, hold on to your assets. Why? Because these assets that we have, especially the ones that we are recommending in Dama Academy, they are projects that have real prospects because they solve real world solutions. So, and they have global outreach. So to me, just be patient. I know it is not easy because there are some that they feel, since the investment is dropping, let me just get out of, at least let me get what I can get instead of losing it all. You're definitely not going to lose it all. You're not going to lose anything. Just
right,
the
well
word
said.
is patience.
Mr. Tochukwu, should I?
And keep on being part of the community, because it is the community that is driving this process. So be in the community so that you see what the community is doing, driving that process, and then you will be, you have that comfort within you, not to fear at all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Digital Mama. I believe most of us, as humans, it is understandable for you to be concerned about things. But I think we're kind of hastening to say now, because body scan AI is going down, so we are losing money. For me, I'm not worried at all, because I know I invest for a long time, at least 1 year or 2 years. I'm not investing to just reap the fruits tomorrow. And I'm going to advise people like me. I'm not an expert in this, but I know something. The thing I know is that nothing comes easily, and that's why there's a difference between high achievers and low achievers. You have to take risk, you have to believe, you have to have faith, and you have to work hard. That's what will make you different, what will give you an edge over the remaining people who are average. And with that being said, I think my question here is, when will we expect the app will be ready in the market, and we will know that body scan AI is now fully launched? Yeah, either one of you, either Mr. Obaje or you.
I think, anything that has to do with health is very sensitive. There are so many regulatory bodies that the developers, even when the app is developed, that it has to pass through a lot of regulatory processes. So let us just exercise patience. It is in development, and I'm sure by the time it passes through all the regulatory bodies and it comes out perfect, because we want a perfect app that will not have challenges with the institutions. And as we all know, the healthcare industry, even for those selling supplements, they tell you that it is not curative. You understand? There are reasons, there's a lot of politics behind anything that has to do with health. So I'm sure the developers are taking their time to ensure that they give us a perfect app. Thank you. Maybe Prof can add to that as well.
No, I think you have said it all. Health has to do with life. All right. It's like if you've been attended by a quack doctor, you know this is a quack doctor, and you know this is a professional or a consultant, you will prefer that professional or consultant to attend to you. So instead of building something that you come and then there will be a lot of noise on the negative aspect, it's better you take your time and build something that when you come, everybody will give you a thumbs up. That's what I believe is going on, because you don't joke with anything that has to do with life, and health has to do with life. So that's one of the things that we need to consider. So we should be patient. See, let me tell you one thing with the crypto space. In as much as, yes, this is the use case of body scan AI, let's focus as a community. Let's focus. all right, as we await the development of the full deployment of this app. Those who are focused from the time that they bought at maybe at the lowest point until when it got to $2.89 million, I bet you they've made thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. You understand? So, and so also, even if the app does not come out in the nearest time that we are anticipating, but you are part and parcel of the community, doing what is expected, all right, building the community, I bet you will eat the fruit of your labor, not even to talk on when the app is. See, those who will wait until this app is out, let me.
Crazy money.
Okay, we are at. This is speaking. All right. We thank you very much. I don't know whether we can entertain any question. Does anyone in the audience have any question or contribution or comment? All right. The absence of any question, I think we have to call it a day. This is.
I think before we call it a day, I want to add something small.
All right.
At the moment, as a community, we are some of us in the community that offer healthcare services, as in maybe selling supplements like that. We're trying to come up as a community that I, in my shop, will be able to accept, because body scan AI is an asset, is a currency of exchange. We are working as a community to find community members that will be able to offer their goods and services in exchange so that people can pay using body scan AI as a mark of moving the community forward. Thank you.
That was very informative. All right, thank you very much. This is Blockchain World, a program developed by Diaspora Digital Media in conjunction with Digital Assets Management Academy. It has been a wonderful day. We're trying to delineate whether there will be another bull run before the end of the year. We all have heard our experts. We shall come to you again next week for a fresh edition of Blockchain World. I thank you, Mrs. Shifra Poloma and Mr. Moses Obaje, the iProf and Digital Mama. Thanks for your contribution and time. Mr. Ibrahim, you are so wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu, for having us.
All right, to you watching us, of course, without you, we cannot be here in any way. So thanks for your audience and remain blessed. I'm Tochukwu Raphael, your host. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.